How many others know?
Including us? 8.
Well, then it's not a secret anymore. He has the better claim to the throne.
He doesn't want the throne.
You know our queen better than I do. Do you think she wants to share the throne? She does not like to have her authority questioned.
Something she has in common with every monarch who ever lived.
I'm so glad they both survived. Are you joking me? Oh, no. She's gonna get herself killed. Oh, she's losing it. Jesus. God, they just decimated the entire bloody fleet.
Missandei! Missandei!
They are grateful for your protection within the walls of the Red Keep.
You're certain about the dragon?
I saw it sink beneath the waves.
When the war is won, the lion shall rule the land, the kraken shall rule the sea, and our child shall one day rule them all.
She's not feeling it at all.
If she wants to take the castle, she'll have to murder thousands of innocent people first.
Oh.
I promised you I would look you in the eye and speak directly if I ever thought you were making a mistake. This is a mistake. I beg you, Your Grace, do not destroy the city you came to save. You know them both. Tell me, who do you think would make a better ruler? Have you considered the best ruler might be someone who doesn't want to rule?
We're discussing treason.
Don't pretend you haven't thought about
Of
it.
course I've thought about it. Thoughts aren't treason. I believe in our queen. She'll make the right choice.
I will act in their interest, no matter the personal cost.
So what happens to her? Please, don't.
Varys has just signed his death warrant.
Euron Greyjoy ambushed Queen Daenerys and her fleet. One of the dragons was killed, several ships destroyed, Missandei captured.
He's gone, isn't he? He's going back to King's Landing, I bet you. I knew it.
You're not like your sister. You're not. You're better than she is. Stay here. Stay with me.
I pushed a boy out a tower window, crippled him for life. For Cersei. She's hateful, and so am I.
Oh, Brienne. Why do I think they're going to kill her? She's a bit out in the open. I'm not being funny, but any of those archers could take her out. God,
My lord.
Queen Daenerys demands Cersei's unconditional surrender and the immediate release of Missandei of Narth.
Queen Cersei demands Daenerys' unconditional surrender. If she refuses, Missandei of Narth will die here and now. Your armies are battle-weary and depleted, while ours have been reinforced with the Golden Company.
You're not a monster. I know this. You've always loved your children. More than yourself. More than Jaime. I beg you, if not for yourself, then for your child.
not sure if that's the way I approached her in. She's going to do it, isn't she?
If you have any last words, now is the time.
Dracarys!
Oh man. God's sake. Right, Tyrion, I'm sorry. The place has got to be torched. Okay? Oh my god. So that was episode 4 of season 8, Game of Thrones, The Last of the Starks. Yeah, that was, oh god man, that's really tense. There's some awful stuff. Obviously it wasn't going to be the same as episode 3, that had to be a much more chilled out episode. But oh god, that was awful. Okay, I'm trying to work my way through this. So we started with the burning, the burials of all the dead. And again, awful scene. You're seeing all those old faces like Jorah and Theon and, you know, and all that. The only shining light of all of that was that Ghost wasn't dead. After I'd said already that I was so annoyed that they did it, but they didn't do it. So Ghost isn't dead, which is a good thing. Although Jon just then sent Ghost off with the wildlings back up to the wall. So yeah, but at least he's not dead. Also, they were everyone was sort of celebrating in the banquet hall kind of place. And Daenerys made Gendry Lord of Storm's End, so made him a lord, which I thought was brilliant. Gendry then proposed to Arya. Didn't go too well, to be honest, because Arya, that's not her, as she keeps saying, it's not her. She's not a lady. She doesn't want the castle and all that kind of malarkey. That's why I love her so much. I think she's brilliant. So she basically refused, and then, as far as I can gather, she's left Winterfell, and she's joined the Hound again, which is brilliant, because the Hound basically says he's got unfinished business, which I think is with the Mountain, and Arya's got unfinished business, I think, with regards to Cersei. So they're both going down to the King's Landing, from what I gather. There was a drinking game going on, and Tyrion put his foot in it about Brienne being a virgin and stuff, which, yeah, a bit stupid really. So she sort of got up and went out, and Jaime followed her. The next thing we know, Jaime's in bed with her, which I thought was shocking. I'm a bit annoyed because I think at the end of the day he'd had a bit too much to drink, and I think that was probably the only reason he really did it. Because then later on in the episode, when they find out that I'm skipping stuff too much here. Let me go back a bit, and we'll get to another bit in a minute. Oh God! So Jon had a conversation with Daenerys, obviously about his true parentage and where that leaves the throne. Daenerys wanted him to promise that he wouldn't tell his true parentage to anybody else, and make Sam and Bran swear not to say anything as well, in order to keep the peace, I think. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking she just doesn't want to give up the throne for anyone, including Jon. Jon couldn't promise that. He said, look, I need to tell Arya and Sansa because they're my family. Daenerys said that's not a good idea, but he went ahead and did it anyway. He made them both promise before he told them to not say a word to anybody else, which they swore. 5 minutes later, Sansa's then telling Tyrion, who then goes and tells Varys, and before you know it, I think he said 8 people already know. So I do try with Sansa, I really do, and I know everyone keeps getting triggered when I bitch about her, but oh God, man, she just literally just broke her word. I mean, you just don't do that. Oh God, it really annoyed me. And I know Daenerys has done stuff to annoy me as well, but that Sansa just keeps, for some reason, pushing my buttons. I don't know why. I just felt that was bang out of order. Tyrion and Jaime were kind of having a drink, and at the time Jaime was going to stay. He was going to stay in Winterfell with Brienne, and then who comes in? Bloody Bronn, completely armed with a crossbow. He basically almost broke Tyrion's nose, and made it quite clear why he was there, and that Cersei had sent him there to kill them. And he wants Highgarden, and that was the only way he was not going to kill them. And he wanted their word that he'd get Highgarden, and Tyrion gave him his word that he would get Highgarden. So I don't know what's going to happen now. I guess he won't be in it now until it's all done. I don't know. I was a bit of, so Bronn's really bugging me now. He was good friends with both of them, and again, he just. I know he's a mercenary, isn't he? He just does stuff for money, I guess, but he's got no loyalties at all. So he only looks after himself at the end of the day. So I just pray that he doesn't kill either of them. I really hope he doesn't, and in fact I hope he dies instead. But he might not even be back in it again, but I think he will. I've got a feeling he's going to want to collect his reward. There were lots of sad goodbyes because Jon he's taken the army by foot to surround King's Landing, while Daenerys has taken a fleet with the dragons to go around to the front kind of thing. So there were lots of sort of goodbyes and hugs and stuff, and I was saying goodbye to Sam was awful, and Gilly, who's pregnant, and also Tormund as well. He's taken the wildlings back north of the wall. with Ghost, which I'm still a bit gutted about, but yeah. At Dragonstone, actually I thought when the fleet were turning up at Dragonstone that was there anyone there protecting Dragonstone while they weren't there? Because that already rung alarm bells to me. They were just going to just turn up to Dragonstone. It was good. My timing really sucked. But I said, oh, how glad it was to see both dragons flying around. I said, I'm so glad they both survived. And as soon as I said that, then I think it's Rhaegar, I think that's the dragon's name, the one that John was riding, just gets killed, man. I mean, out of nowhere. I did not expect that. And it was killed by them stupid bloody those big scorpion crossbow things. And it was Euron. Do you know, here we go again. I can't stand the guy. They killed him and he went straight into the ocean. And then he turned all the crossbows onto the fleet and just decimated the fleet. The survivors managed to crawl, get on shore. But Missandei disappeared. And it turned out she'd actually been captured and now she's the property of Cersei. Meanwhile, Varys had a meeting with Tyrion, and there were words of treason basically, because Varys isn't supporting Daenerys anymore at all. Now that the news has got out about Jon and about the fact that he's actually got the rights to the throne, Varys' loyalty is slipping rapidly, and now I'm really worried that Varys is going to do something stupid. I'm surprised that Tyrion let him say what he did and then didn't in any way tell Daenerys. I mean, I know he'd have been killed, but by the sounds of it, he was looking to kill Daenerys. I mean, Tyrion said, don't do what I think you're going to do, which I assume means assassinate her. So I think Varys is annoying me now, and he's going to have to be dealt with, isn't he? So you can't trust him anymore now. I'm gutted about that, because I really like Varys as well. Going back to Winterfell again, Jaime has heard about the attack plans on King's Landing, and he's buggered off back to King's Landing. Killed Brienne, but I guess he's still got some loyalties there. I don't know, Jaime, he's a very confused lad. So the last we've seen of his was riding off back to King's Landing again, Brienne in tears, which was awful. I'd love those two to stay together, but I don't know. I think his destiny is at King's Landing. I'm not really sure about that. In King's Landing, we haven't been there in a while. In King's Landing, Cersei is made me laugh. Some of you subscribers said you would rather serve under Cersei than Daenerys. Really? Okay. So anyway, Cersei, who obviously cares all about her people, decided to get all the people into the Red Keep, so that they would get torched first rather than her. Such is her love for her people. And also she told Euron that she's pregnant with his child, even though we know it's not. And she's still completely uncomfortable around him. You can just see it. She hates him even being around her, but I think she's just doing this just to keep him on side. So I don't really care. To be honest, I don't really care about either of them. I just wish they'd both die really quickly and get it over and done with. And then the last sort of scene was just horrific. Daenerys turned up with quite a small army, obviously Drogon, and Tyrion met up with I can never bloody remember his name. But anyway, Cersei's hand. I keep forgetting his name. It begins with Q. But anyway, they had a brief exchange, and then Tyrion wasn't getting nowhere with him at all. Just walked straight past him and shouted up to Cersei, that she needs to think about her children and to not do anything stupid, basically. Then I think he ruined it right at the end. He said that she should look at, she should care more about her children and not let King's Landing get torched. I mean, you could say it kind of hit a nerve with her, but in the wrong way. And with that, obviously they still had Missandei as a prisoner stood there, and she went up to her and said, right, any last words? And then with that, the mountain just came and just chopped her head off. It was horrific. And now Daenerys has lost her shit. There is no more talking to her now about trying to do this the right way. And it's not Daenerys' fault. I mean, it's bloody Cersei's fault. Come on. I mean, Daenerys has got it in her. We know it's got it in her. But you push her buttons enough and she'll do it. Anyone would. And so I think the next episode, she's going to all out attack. She's just going to torch that place. And I'm worried because they've got loads of those crossbow things everywhere now. And Drogon, I've got a horrible feeling Drogon's not going to make it. I don't think they'll let him survive to the end of the series. I really don't. I think the dragons, they weren't there at the beginning, and I think they won't be there at the end. And I think Drogon's going to get killed, which sucks balls. But I guess that's the way they've sort of written it, I suppose. So now, yeah, we've left it that Daenerys has just lost it now. You know, she's going to go full Targaryen on that place, and I think she's just going to torch it. And I think Varys is going to probably do something stupid to stop her. I think he'll get killed. I don't know where Tyrion stands now. I think he's just got to put his hands up now. He's tried, but when you're dealing with someone like Cersei, what are you supposed to do? There is no compromise, is there? She's just pure evil. And I know Daenerys has got a nasty bit about her as well, but she's not pure evil. She's really not. But yeah, that's where we've left it. It was a brilliant episode, very, very tense. It's left me now very nervous for the next episode. As I was in episode 2, I was really nervous about episode 3. I know it's not going to be quite the same, but it's just nasty. It's a horrible vibe. And I just hope that Daenerys will wait until at least Jon gets there, at least, before she does it. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. If you look way back to those flashbacks that Bran had, you saw the dragon flying over King's Landing, so it's going to happen. I just hope that Drogon doesn't get killed. That's what I'm worried about. I just want Cersei to get killed. You know, ideally, Arya getting there and doing the deed with Cersei would be perfect. That would be spot on, but I don't think that's going to happen. And I've got a horrible feeling they could get caught in the crossfire here, because no one knows what their mission is. Daenerys doesn't know that they've gone there to try and take out Cersei in the mountain. So that could really backfire. Oh, I'm really nervous now, but anyway. Anywho, if you haven't subscribed already, I'm sure you already have, but please feel free to subscribe, like, comment, hit the bell and like malarkey. And I will see you in episode 5, The Bells, which I think is definitely King's Landing. So I definitely think we're going to be getting King's Landing torched next week. Oh God, I'm so nervous. I think we're going to have more deaths again, I really do. Just hope it's Cersei, I really do. But yeah, I'm dreading it, absolutely dreading it. I can't see Jaime getting there in time, but these weird time lapse things, you probably will be there. But anyway, I shall see you in the next episode. Thank you again for watching, and take care of yourselves and stay safe. See you really soon. Bye.